So what does a defibrillator do? Well, I'm here to give you an explanation on how defibrillators work. Well, number one, a defibrillator is a device that's put on a patient that's in arrest. Number one thing to do is to make sure that an ambulance is called and CPR is started. But if you can get a defibrillator on a patient that's not responsive and not breathing, they're in cardiac arrest and their heart has generally gone out of rhythm. So a defibrillator will actually find that rhythm and work out whether to deliver a shock or not, making a defibrillator safe, because if it finds a normal heartbeat, it will not shock. So to understand how a defibrillator actually works, we need to understand what happens to a patient when they go into arrest. So let's check out the different heart rhythms that happen to a patient when they're in normal sinus, VT or VF or asystole. When a heart is beating normally, we call this sinus rhythm, as you can see on the ECG here. Now this means the heart is working effectively and pushing blood all around the body. The defibrillator will not shock normal sinus rhythm. But when someone goes into arrest, their heart starts to quiver and fibrillate. It is no longer pushing blood around the body and it goes into what's called ventricular fibrillation or ventricular tachycardia. And this is what a defibrillator will analyse, try to shock and reset back into a normal sinus rhythm. So a defibrillator will fault find these two rhythms and reset them, if it can, back into normal sinus rhythm. Now, as you can see here, the heart also, once it dies beyond repair, goes into asystole, or more commonly known as flatline. This generally happens at 10 minutes after someone stops breathing. The defibrillator will no longer shock this rhythm, and the chance of survival has decreased greatly by less than 1%. So ideally, we need to get a defibrillator onto a patient while they're still in VT or VF, so the defibrillator can actually shock before the heart flatlines. And that's really what a defibrillator does. It shocks the heart back into a normal sinus rhythm, ideally increasing chances of survival while the heart is still in VT or VF or fibrillating. So as you can see, the defibrillator will only shock a heart if it's in VT or VF, which means the heart's actually fibrillating and needs to be defibrillated. So how do we use it? Number one, CPR must be started on the patient to prevent brain damage, and you'll learn all about this in the doctor's ABCD basic life support algorithm. Once CPR is started, the defibrillator needs to be turned on and the prompts need to be followed. Now, all these defibrillators, generally speaking, will have verbal prompts which are very clear, and they will also have visual prompts on them. Some defibrillators will even have adult and child mode built into the devices, so you can place this onto a child that's under 25 kilos. Now, whereabouts are the pads placed on a patient? Number one, we need to get the pads across the actual axis of the heart. So we like to make this quite simple by saying that the pads need to go in the driver's seatbelt position. We need to make sure that we clear the chest of the patient of all clothing, because the defibrillator, being a fault-finding device, will not find the fault through hair or clothing. So we need to clear the chest while CPR is being continued. I'll replicate where to put these pads on as a training device now. So number one, pad goes onto the top right-hand side of the chest, or that thoracic cavity, and the second pad goes onto the bottom left-hand side, as you can see right here. And we like to call this the driver's seatbelt position. Once it's on, the defibrillator will prompt the first responder to stand clear, as it will now start fault finding the heart. If it finds VT or VF, or fibrillation in short, then it will decide to administer a shock. Defibrillators have two different systems. One, if they're fully automatic, there'll be no shock button to push. The defibrillator will prompt the rescuer to stand clear and give you a 3-second countdown and deliver the shock automatically. That's an automatic defibrillator. Secondly, the defibrillator, if it's semi-automatic, will prompt the rescuer to stand clear, give a countdown, and then prompt the rescuer to press the shocking flash button. It will flash, and once the rescuer presses that button, then the shock will be administered, and we call this a semi-automatic defibrillator. Once a shock goes into the patient, then what will actually happen is the defibrillator will prompt the rescuer to continue CPR for another 2 minutes. Then, at another 2 minutes into the sequence of the resuscitation, the defibrillator will prompt the rescuer to stand clear, fault finding and analysing again, and working out whether to shock or not. Ideally, what the defibrillator do will shock the heart out of the VT or VF or fibrillating rhythm back into a normal sinus rhythm, so we have life and breathing starts. We don't check a pulse with basic life support in first aid, so if the patient starts to breathe, stop CPR, place the patient into recovery position, and monitor the patient's airway and breathing until the medical team arrives. So there you have it, how to use a defibrillator and what it actually does. I hope this has been helpful. Check out our other videos and instructional videos on CPR as well.